Ringo TV Reactions. Back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. If you ladies can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure that this microphone is picking me up. I don't want to be talking to myself. So let's see. I don't know if anybody's here. I'm going to wait till people pull up and then pretty much talk about my topic. Let's see. It only says I got 3 people watching. If you're viewing, post a 1 if you can hear me. I need to make sure that you can hear me. If not, we just shut down the stream and we'll just go to sleep. And I'll just do my shows in the morning. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got some 1s. All right, good. I'm making this particular topic because a lot of people don't understand that money and wealth have no real value when you're alone. And I want to talk about it, right? Money and wealth have absolutely no value when you're alone and there's no one there. This is why a lot of times people that got money are lonely, stressed out. It's because they have no one to share it with or no one to celebrate with. It's like, all right, let's put it like this. How many of you are familiar with the term keeping up with the Joneses? How many of you are familiar with that term, keeping up with the Joneses? You want to know why? You want to know why people fall into the keeping up with the Joneses thing? Because they could be seen. It's like, let's say you live in a community and everybody have nice homes, nice manicured lawns. It's not a city environment. It's more of a country environment, a rural environment. There is no real action there. In all sense and purposes, it's ultra quiet, i.e. just boring, all right? What tends to happen, which causes the keeping up with the Joneses, is because people can see other people in terms of what they got, it make people feel like they got to compete. So they would go out there and buy things, not because they need it, but because they want to keep up with what other people are doing, i.e. keeping up with the Joneses. Whereas if you were there by yourself and no one lived around you and you lived in the woods, in the mountains somewhere, and there's no civilization around you, then there's no need to try to keep up with anything. There's no need to say, well, I'm going to buy me a designer sports car. Why? Because ain't nobody seeing the car. Ain't nobody seeing it. So why spend $500,000 on a sports car and you live in the middle of nowhere where no one ever see you? What's the point of buying designer clothes if you, number one, live in an area where you're alone and you ain't dressing up, nobody's seeing you? So it's like if you have all the wardrobe, all the clothing you can ever ask for, it has absolutely no value if you're alone. What's the point of having all the jewelry, all the diamonds, all the gold, if no one can see you wear it? Are you following me? This is why a lot of people that have a lot of money are some of the most lonely people in the world. It's because they got it all, and from our mindset, we look at them like, man, you probably living the greatest life ever. But on the contrary, they're not. Yeah, they got a lot of money. They could buy whatever they want. But again, life for them is very lonely and boring. Because again, imagine living in a big house, 10 bathrooms, 20 bedrooms, swimming pools, all of this other stuff, but you're there by yourself. No family, nobody, just by yourself. Having that home, although it's considered great, for you, it's boring. It's a lonely place to be. You would rather be around people. And this is why when you're in prison, even in prison, people try to keep up with the Joneses in terms of how they dress, what they got. Why? Because they're around other inmates. Whereas if you are by yourself in the hole or somewhere isolated, you wouldn't care what you're wearing. You wouldn't care what you're driving. You wouldn't care about none of these things. The only reason why we care about these things as people is because we're around other people. So if I'm around people that have nice cars and I don't have a car, it's going to make me feel some type of way, because it's like, here I am, I'm working, but I'm struggling, and everybody around me is able to afford these vehicles. And again, in your mind, you think they can all afford these vehicles. People struggling with vehicles, people paying for vehicles. A lot of people don't own their vehicle. They're paying for the vehicles. You know, you get them with credit. Some people, you buy them with cash. It all depends. So you can't really look at it like they could afford it and you can't. We live in a time where credit can buy you pretty much anything you want. But my point is, you would look at other people that have things and feel like, well, I gotta get mine. Bruh man driving a nice car, so I'm gonna go out and get me one, even though you don't really need it. You don't need it. You're just buying it because you're just trying to keep up with everybody. That's what society have done to all of us. This is why the Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? You know? Again, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. I know I seen ones earlier, but I want to make sure again that everybody can hear me clear and that there's no issues. For example, right, in the area where I live, right, I'm the new kid on the block. So there's a lot of things that I see and I kind of peep, and I know I'm not just tripping. I know I'm not bugging out. But when I got here, right, and it's not like I'm taking any shots at any of the residents out here. At the same time, it'll come across that way, but I'm just making my point due to my observation. When I got here, I noticed that it's almost as if though, and it's kind of weird. It's like, you know, I just got this vehicle. And it's like I had it parked outside, and I had it there for a couple of days. So it was just there sitting outside and shining and just, you know. And then all of a sudden I noticed other people as if though they purchased new vehicles. It's a very weird thing to see. Like, I'm sure you've seen this before, where it's like you're not trying to stunt on anyone. You're not trying to show off. You're not trying to do none of that stuff. I'm just trying to live my life and be at peace. That's why I moved down here in North Carolina and got out of New York. Y'all see all the madness going on in New York, where you had some crazy lunatic throwing furniture off a 20-story building. They going crazy in New York, fam. You know? But now getting back to my point, when you live in suburban type neighborhoods and communities, a lot of times residents compete against one another. It's a very subtle thing that you have to have the discernment to see it, but it's there. It's operating right before you, because I see it. Like I'll just be just doing my regular thing and see somebody pull into their driveway with what appears to be a new vehicle. And I'm like, you didn't have that vehicle there for the past few weeks. It's like, as soon as you see me, all of a sudden now you want to go get a vehicle. And it's almost like to try to say, well, see, I could get one too. And I'm like, Dad, this is sad. I mean, people literally buy things not because they need them. It's because they're trying to compete with other people. And I'm not trying to keep up with nobody. The entire time I was in New York, I didn't own no vehicle because there was no need for one. Everybody I knew had a car. Everybody I knew was driving. And they would ask me, they'd be like, yo, why you ain't get a car? There's no need for it. You know? So these are just a couple of things that I see, and I realize that people buy things not because they need them, not even because they want them. They just want to make you see that they got it. But the truth is, if I was not here and you were living by yourself alone in a community with no people around, you wouldn't buy it because there's nobody around to show it. So you won't even care for buying it. You know? Why do ladies like buying designer handbags? Is it because they need it? Is it because it's something they got to have? No, they buy it because they want someone to see them wear it. These are facts. They buy it because they want someone to see them wear the bag. It's not because they need the bag. It's because they want other women to see that she have a designer bag. That's vanity. You know? That's crazy. See, when I got this SUV, I didn't get it because I wanted someone to see me, even though it looks nice, even though it's a 2024 model. I bought it because I have a family and I have kids, and I'm in an environment where you need to have a car. You cannot survive in North Carolina without a car. I mean, you could get around, but you need a car, you know. You have to have a car. I mean, unless you're just going to be paying cab service every day, which some people do. But see, I didn't get this because I'm trying to compete with somebody, or I want somebody to see me so I can stunt. I don't care for none of that stuff. You see? I have a family, and we need to accommodate everybody so that we can move from A to B. But my point is, people don't buy things because they really need them. They buy things because they want other people to see them in it. I mean, think about this. Everybody likes nice clothes. Everybody likes wearing designer stuff, if you can afford it, But be honest. If you're alone, what does it profit if you're wearing all the designer clothes? What does it profit you to buy a $2,000 outfit if nobody's seeing you? There's no real value to that. So are people buying clothing that are very expensive because they really need it? Or because they want somebody to see them? It's because they want somebody to see them. I mean, of course, in my line of work, it's important to be presentable. It's important to have a nice studio podcast setup. And if you're on camera, it's important to look good on camera in terms of being dressed up. That's important if you are a digital creator, influencer, content creator, whatever you want to title yourself. Under those circumstances, it's important because it's a part of the business, right? It's sort of like when you go to work, you have to dress in a company uniform, which represents the business. They want you to be seen in the company uniform. If you wear your regular clothes, it would be a problem. So there are circumstances that would warrant you buying things because it's important to be seen with it. For example, if you teach people about success, they should be able to see success. If you teach people that, you gotta do better, relocate, make moves, take risks, then you should be somebody that's doing that, so that they could see it. But now, money in and of itself, wealth and riches, have no value at all if you're alone. If I'm alone, no wives, no kids, no friends, I have no neighbors, I have nobody around me. But I got 10 luxury cars parked in a large garage. I got jewelry for days, Louis Vuitton, Prada, the entire Ralph Lauren collection, the purple collection, to be exact. I got the best of the best furniture, live in the best home, but I'm by myself. It would be very boring, very lonely, it'll be an awkward situation because it's like, I got everything I need, but nobody could see my success. So it's like being blind. It's like being a man who is blind. Close your eyes while you're listening to me. Close your eyes wherever you at. If you are in your home, close your eyes and try walking around. without you peeping. Just kind of try to walk around. Notice how you're afraid to move, because that's how it is when you are alone and you have everything. You're really blind because nobody could see. Nobody could see you. So it's like having a bunch of people around you that's blind. They can't see you, but your dress fly. It's like dressing up becomes null and void. It's like, why waste my time trying to dress up? Nobody could see me. So none of this have any value. Everybody around me is blind. What's the point of buying a nice car? Nobody could see my car. They're all blind. I don't know if that's messing with my stream. It's an Amber Alert. I guess somebody kidnapped somebody's kid. That's crazy. At this time, that's wild. It might go off again, just in case. But are y'all trying to understand what I'm saying? It's like having wealth and riches. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's better to be poor. That's not what I'm saying. And don't even get it twisted. I'm not saying it is better if you're poor so you can feel good about your poverty. No. What I'm trying to make you understand is that there's a balance to life that we all should be living so that we're not greedy for everything in terms of material. If I can use myself as an example, right? I don't need to buy clothes. I don't need to buy clothes. I'm not bragging, even though some of y'all might think I'm bragging or stunting or whatever the case is. But I'm at the point in my life where I don't need to buy no more clothes. I don't need to buy no shoes at all. Forever. I don't need nothing. I don't need to buy none of those material things. Even though sometimes, Nike app might drop some shoe and I'm like, oh, I gotta get it, But to be honest with you, I don't need no clothes, no shoes. I don't need nothing. I really don't. And one of the things that I noticed being in North Carolina, being that I'm still new, right? It's different from New York, because in New York, you could just get dressed up, come outside, go to the hot spots, go to the parks, go here, go there, and look fly. And your drip is on point. Out here in this environment, it's totally different. It's like all of that material you got, it ain't the same, because out here, going back to what I said, there's really nobody that can see you. You see what I mean? Now, being that I'm originally from New York, when I get dressed up and I move through North Carolina, I'm on point anywhere I go. People looking at me like, Dad, who this dude? They could just tell by the way I'm dressed that, yo, man. But you got to drive way out in order for people to see you. You see what I'm saying? So wealth and riches really have no value if you're alone. You just got a bunch of stuff. And all of that stuff you have really have no value unless people could see you in it. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing that if you were alone, you really don't need all of that stuff? If you live in the mountains somewhere and it's just you don't need all of this material stuff. You don't need it because there's no value. This is why a lot of times people that live off the grid, that live a minimalistic life, are at peace. And sometimes we look at them and we say, you're a bum, you're a this, you just mad, you just can't afford nice things. It's not that. Those people are living a greater level of life than you could imagine. They really are. Because people that are minimalist, you might think that they just can't afford things. It's not that they just can't afford, they understand the principles of what I'm talking about. They understand that having all of those material things really have no value. It really don't. We create this value in our mind, in our subconscious. We make things valuable. If I have 10 high performance motorcycles and I'm by myself, all those motorcycles, although I'm able to ride them around, it's boring because it's like nobody can see me. I'm not hanging with nobody. So it's like, it's just crazy, man. And if you hear any explosions or whatever the case is, they be having gun ranges and all sorts of stuff back in the woods somewhere back there. So in case you hear anything, right? And then again, you have 4th of July up here where people are very patriotic and, they just go to town with them fireworks. But it's like, am I hearing something? Thought I was hearing something. I guess somebody was passing by. Anyway, it's like, I forgot my train of thought, what I was saying. Okay, I think I was talking about the value of material things, right? Let me just switch gears. I think I made my point. I don't want to ramble on too much. Getting back to the keeping up with the Joneses. A lot of people buy things not because they need them. It's because they want to keep up with the next person. For example, people that are envious, jealous, and they have this kind of spirit, if they see you with something that's nice or expensive, they want to go get it too. Not because they need it. It's because they want you to see them with it. They would spend $100,000 on a car just so you could see them in it. That's how sick competitive jealousy is. They didn't buy it because they needed it. They bought it because their only goal is for you to come outside and look at them and say, wow, my neighbor just bought a car. That's all they wanted. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's the world we live in. Yeah, but Ringo, you showing off. You in your garage, you next to your car. No, I'm not doing anything. You're upset. You're upset with yourself. See, it goes back to what I'm saying. The only reason why people say stuff like that is not because there's something wrong with me. You feel some type of way because of where you are in your life. Because if you were in a good place in your life, you would not be worried about me or try to accuse me of doing anything. If you are in a better place in your life than me, you would be, number one, cool with just listening to my video. You wouldn't be worried about, oh, you in your garage, you just showing off. No, you're upset with your life because you're suffering from this issue that I'm trying to get you free from. You feel that anybody that got something is trying to stunt on you. That's a sickness. That's sad, man. And it be like that with all nationalities of people. It's not just black people. This affects white people, Asian people, people in suburban communities. It happens every day. You'll have one neighbor, they got a boat. So now, because they got a boat, you feel you got to go buy a boat now. You feel you got to go buy a boat. Honey, I'm going to buy a boat. Why? I don't know. You sure you buying it because we need it or what? Yeah, like I always wanted to go boat riding. No, it's not that you always wanted to go boat riding. Your neighbor has a boat and you're intimidated by the fact that he has a boat. And every day you go outside, you see his boat parked up and it grieves your spirit because you're like, why he got a boat? Why can't I have one? You know? That's crazy. Let me see. I think Caramel just said she hear a lot of fireworks. Is it on my end or on your end? Because maybe you're behind on the video because there was some explosions in the back, but it's already done past already. Yeah, so competitive jealousy, keeping up with the Joneses, it's a sick thing. I actually brung the car into the garage because 4th of July is coming up and I don't know how they celebrate 4th of July in this community. So I don't want a brand new car just sitting outside on the lot in front. And next minute, they're blowing up bombs and shooting guns and, doing all sorts of crazy stuff because, this is a Second Amendment state. So, they be wilding on the 4th of July, especially a lot of patriotic people. I don't know how the politics is. So I just said, let me, clean the car. That's what I pretty much did today. I vacuumed it out, cleaned up everything. Then I washed the car and brought it inside, just to be on the safe side till I see how everybody move. Because again, you have to have discernment when it comes to these type of things. Because a lot of times with competitive jealousy, and I'm sure some of you experience this in your neck of the woods. You might, let's say for example, and put a 1 in the chat if you experience this, right? Let's say you're in your neighborhood, wherever you live, and you bought a car. You park your car outside. Have you noticed weird activity going on near your car? Almost as if though people are purposely doing things to provoke you. It's like you have your car parked and people start doing weird stuff like throwing a ball, playing catch, doing weird stuff. And it's almost like they're trying to damage your car or hit your car purposely just to provoke you into an argument or perhaps a fight. Sometimes when you get those thoughts, that's the Most High trying to prepare you to tell you to do certain things because a lot of times competitive jealousy, people will provoke you into an argument, a fight, by damaging your property. That happens a lot in different communities because sometimes they can't keep up with the Joneses. So if I can't keep up with them, then what I'll do is cause you damage and then create a scenario that can create another situation that could be devastating for all involved. So you have to be careful with this spirit because it's very, very serious. You know, that's why it's that's why it's good when you have a house, you have a garage. Because let's say, for example, on the 4th of July, people playing with fireworks and they take a blockbuster or an M80 and they throw it and it goes by your car. Boom! Bust the whole windshield and and you sitting there like, you just busted my windshield, bro. Like, do you realize what you're doing? They know what they're doing. They're doing that on purpose to provoke you into an argument because they're jealous of you. A lot of you, at the sound of my voice, live in neighborhoods and communities right now where there are people that are highly jealous of you right now. I'm serious. I'm pretty sure there are people that are wondering, how is it that you're even living in that community? It's really bothering them. Like, how are you even there? It's driving them crazy, you know? And it's just something that I know because I can discern spirits. I can discern evil spirits in people. I know who to talk to. I know who not to talk to. I know there are racists around me. I know these things. See? Not saying that all white folk is racist, but for the most part, there are racists around you. And if you're a black man and you're naive to these things, then you need to wake up to the reality. When, all right, let me put it like this. And you're probably wondering, well, what does this have to do with wealth and riches in the video? It has a lot to do with it because it's a learning experience for you. Living in the black community, right? I experienced a lot of different things that taught me a lot about people. But when you live around different ethnic groups of people, you learn other things. You learn how white people move. You learn how black people move, how Asian people move. And everybody moves differently. Everybody is jealous in a different way. People express their envy and their jealousy in different ways. For example, if you're a black man or a black woman, you know what it's like when a black person is jealous of you. You know, you can see it, you feel it, you understand it. But now, if a white person is jealous of you, it'll be a little more difficult to pick up on if they're really jealous or not, because you're not accustomed being around that community, if that makes any sense. So what I'm trying to make you understand is that different ethnic groups of people express their hatred and their jealousy and envy in different ways, right? Based on what I'm seeing when it comes to like white folk express envy and jealousy totally different from black people. Totally different. Asian folk, same thing, totally different. It's difficult for most of you to pick up on it because the old saying, they smile in your face, backstabbers, they want to take your place. A lot of times, people that are jealous of you and envious of you, they'll smile in your face, they'll tell you good morning, they'll try to befriend you. It's not because they're really trying to be friendly. They're trying to know, who the hell are you? Who are you? Who are you? And why you live over here? How is it that you're able to afford where you live and you're black? I'm telling you, man. It's a serious thing, and I know some of y'all experienced this. I seen a YouTube video by a black guy. He said that he moved, whatchamacallit, in, he moved to a certain area in North Carolina that is you know, expensive. And he said he can feel the jealousy. He can feel it. And he said that there's a lot of racism. And the thing is, it's hidden under the radar, because as a black man, when you move to a certain community that's very nice, a lot of times people from the other nations look at you like, how in the world did you get here? How? You don't belong here. You're supposed to be over there. For example, if you do a research, what are the good areas of North Carolina versus the bad areas to avoid? If you do your research, right? All of the areas that they say you should avoid is predominantly black communities. So what that means is that it's not really that it's a bad area. It's just that racists make these charts to divide people due to socioeconomic status. And at that point, certain groups are able to move in certain neighborhoods where they feel at peace, safe, and away from so-called black folk. Real talk. The video that I saw with that brother was very good. I don't know his username on YouTube. I subscribed to his channel after the algorithm sent me his video. And he said, he was explaining how people seen him as he moved into the community. And it was almost like they were trying to figure him out. Like, where do you work? You know, what's going on with you? And a lot of times in communities, people can be very nosy. I've already experienced that already. People could be very nosy. And it all goes back to keeping up with the Joneses, trying to figure you out. You know, trying to figure you out, trying to size you up. And what a lot of usins don't understand is that, like, you have a lot of racists, right, that are out in these environments. I know, I'm not dumb. But at the same time, they tend to learn how to tolerate you, meaning they know in order for you to be here, you got to be making some sort of money, even if you're black. So although they may not like you, they tolerate you. I'm telling you facts, y'all. So you got haters in all races. A lot of times we be thinking that our people are the biggest haters. No, you got white folks that hate you too. You got white folks that as soon as they see you, they mad, they jealous. Especially you a black man, you driving better than them. They like, nah, nah, this black man driving a better car than me? Nah, I'm going out and buy me a new car. Honey, we're going out and buy a new car. Why? We got three. You see the car he driving? You see the car that guy's driving? That's a 2024. That's a 2024 Ford Explorer ST. We got to go get ourselves a new car. But we don't need one. It doesn't matter. He ain't going to be in our community driving around and we don't got a new car. We're going to get a new car today. This is what people do, man. It's real sick. And see, this is why I'm telling you that wealth and riches have no value if you're alone. If you're alone, it has no value. Being that I'm originally from New York, I got a certain swag, a certain way of how I move. And I'm sure people out here can pick up on my energy and they could tell that I'm the cool dude on the block. I'm that cool dude right now. Out here, I'm that cool dude. I already know that because I bring a certain level of New York to the area, the good side of New York, the fly side of New York, the side of New York that is way up to date with technology and time. So even little things like me jumping on my scooter and taking a ride is the coolest thing ever to see. You know, whereas out here, people may do little things like jumping on a dirt bike or, you know, whatever. That's boring. That's not no fun. That's like, that's back in the day. That's boring. It's outdated. It's not up to date. So a lot of times if they see you having fun, that right there would make them become jealous. Something as simple as that. You just having fun, enjoying yourself. They get upset. I mean, there's no other way around this, man. You know? So the truth of the matter is, you can have all the money and be miserable, lonely, because if nobody can see you, it becomes useless. This is why a lot of times you can have a woman, right? And when I say a woman, I'm going to use black women because I'm a black man. So I'm going to use that. But the same applies for any woman. You can have a woman who is making good money, doing very well for herself, bought herself a nice home. She have 2 cars, you know, 150K in the bank in her savings, doing very well. But she's single, no husband. And it's like she's just alone. She live in a community where she really don't get out much. There's no real activities in her life. She's just, it's just like very, very lonely. Like, and it can become a difficult time for said woman because she have everything she can want in terms of money, possessions, home, job, career. But if she's by herself, it's like it has no value. It's like I worked and worked and built everything up, but I'm still not happy. I'm still not fulfilled. I'm still miserable. You know, think about how many people you know that got nice homes, nice cars, nice clothes, but they're miserable people. They're unhappy. They're very unhappy. With all the stuff they got, they're just not happy. You know? You could be a guy and, you're a millionaire, or even if you're not a millionaire, you got about 50K in the bank in your savings. You got a house. You have about 2 acres of land, 2 cars, and you're alone. You don't got nobody with you. And you got all these things, but it's like, I don't got nowhere to go. I don't got nobody to see. I got all this stuff, but you're in your own prison. You understand? It's like you're in a prison with all your wealth. This is why the Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? You know? Like I told you, fam, the only reason why I'm inhaling and exhaling is to make sure that my family is good. That's it. I'm just here to do my purpose. As a man, my purpose is to make sure that my daughters are in a better position in life than where I was. That's my goal. I don't care about me. My job is to do all the sacrifices, do what I got to do so that when I'm gone, they have something that they could say, well, wow, Dad put in the work, put in the time, put us in a better position in life so that we have a better opportunity than being stuck in a situation that is hopeless, you know? And I think that's what gives me peace. That's why I had to leave New York, because New York is toxic. You know what I mean? There's things about New York that, I miss, but it can't be compared to the peace of mind that I have now. The only thing from New York that I miss is the parks. That's it. Central Park, Prospect Park. Those are my hangout spots. So I got to find new locations and new spots out here that can replace those areas, because I like going to parks. I like to, go to a park, take a walk, bike ride, scooter ride, or just chill on a bench and just kind of, get some sunlight and just chill and just kind of just, recharge and just experience nature. Those are things that keeps me at peace. So I had to get away from New York because of the stress. New York is a fast-paced state, but it has become very toxic. A lot of people are tweaking, they're losing their minds. There's a lot of crime. It's very expensive. There's a lot of testing that's going on in New York that it's just, I had to get out of there. I had to get out of there quickly, and I had to do it not just for my own inner peace, but also so my girls don't become institutionalized in New York culture to the point where there's no hope for them in terms of them becoming civilized women in society. So if I can get them out of there while they're still young, then they'll be raised in an environment that is totally different. And it would give them the mindset needed to be successful, you know? Because as parents, we have to make those sacrifices. We have to make those sacrifices. You see? It's something that is very, very important, you know? But like I was saying, man, money have no value when you're alone. It has no value. You just have a bunch of stuff. If I was a single guy with no family, no wife, no nothing, right? And I have all the possessions and things I have now, I would be bored. I'm just telling you the truth. I would be bored because it's like you got all this stuff, but there's no purpose for it. And I think this is why a lot of us are struggling in life right now, is because we're acquiring a lot of things, but there's no real purpose behind it. What's the purpose for having a car? What's the purpose? What's your purpose? What's your reason? What's your reason for buying an expensive car? Okay, I'm not saying you can't get an expensive car. I mean, if you worked hard, you deserve to have a nice vehicle. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm trying to teach you is that the only reason why we really want it, it's not because we need it. It's because we want somebody to see us in it. We all want to be seen looking nice. There's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're a woman. You know, you want to be looking good. You want to be looking cute, attractive, whatever the case is. If you're a brother, you know, you want to look successful. You want to look the part. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is we do these things not because we just want to do them, but because we want someone else to see us that way. We feel we made it. We feel like we're a part of the club if people can see us doing this. You know? If people could see me and think that I'm successful, it'll make me feel good. Now, you got a lot of people that are fake. You got a lot of people that are faking the funk. They out here perpetrating a fraud, trying to act like they rich when they broke because they want to appear like something they're not when really they're struggling. You don't want to do stuff like that. You don't want to be a person who's fake. You don't want to be a person that play those kind of games. You want to be real. You know what I mean? Learn how to be content. Learn how to be a person that is thankful for where you are in life, but don't rush for success. Don't rush for wealth and riches, because it's not really all that it's cracked up to be. I'm just being honest with you. Most people that are multimillionaires, most people that got a lot of money in the bank can agree with what I'm saying. I'm just telling you the truth. You have people on YouTube that make a heck of a lot of money. You got content creators that are already millionaires, right? Yeah, from the outside, it looks good that, yeah, I'm a man, I'm a millionaire, people know me, I'm popular, this and that and that. But I'm going to tell you straight up and down, with all the money that people have in a bank, that doesn't equal happiness. It don't. You just got money that can buy you nice things, but at the end of the day, it don't have no real value without purpose. Yeah, you good. You ain't gonna be struggling, right? But it's like, I mean, how many pair of shoes do I buy? How many How much clothes do I need to keep getting every minute? At a certain point in time, you just start to look at yourself and be like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I doing this? Why am I buying this? I don't need this. You become addicted to buying things because you want somebody to see you. This is why consumerism is a very wicked spirit that gets on us, keeping us spending and spending and spending till we go broke. That's what consumerism is. We have to be purposeful with our spending, purposeful with what we buy, so that we're not squandering things on our own lust. We have to be mindful of that, because sometimes what can happen is you could be a person that got a lot of money and be very stingy. The money got to you. You don't help nobody. You don't care about nobody. You talk and you brag about what you got, but you never help nobody less fortunate. You never would, because in your mind, you have a scarcity mentality. You got all this wealth, all these resources, but you don't want to share nothing. You don't want to help nobody. That's crazy. The most wealthy men in the world are the most miserable. Don't be deceived into thinking all these people are happy. They're not. They got nice things, but that does not equal happiness. Can you be happy where you are in life? Can you be happy? Because once again, wealth and riches have no value unless people can see you with your stuff. Listen, if you were the only person in your city that can see, everybody else is blind, no one can see, you're the only one who can see. Does it really matter to buy designer clothes if no one can see? Does it matter what kind of car I drive if everybody's blind around me? So the truth of the matter is, we only get these things not because we need them, but because we want somebody to see us with it. That's vanity. And a lot of us, we struggle with vanity and we don't realize it. Again, I'm not saying don't own a car, don't own nice clothes, don't do this, don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to bring to your awareness is you don't want to live a lifestyle of buying things just because you want people to see you with it. That's crazy. That's like, let me go get me a new scooter. Not because I need it, not because I really want it. I just want people in the scooter community to see me with the new latest model. That's crazy, man. I'm not buying it because I want it. I'm buying it because I want people to see me with it. That's crazy. I actually want a new scooter, not because I want people to see me with it. No, because I actually enjoy the hobby. I really enjoy the hobby. Like I'm gonna post a new scooter video that you're gonna really enjoy. It's a scooter video of me traveling from this location to Home Depot. And I think it's about 18 miles. About 18 miles. 18 miles going, 18 miles coming. And beautiful ride. Beautiful. Beautiful ride. very peaceful. Hold on a second. Let me shut down this AC. Forgot I had that thing blasting. Put a 1 if you can hear me. Make sure this thing is still working. 'Cause you know, sometimes when you walk away, the signal might break. You know? Yeah, I think I was talking about scooter ride. Let me see. We got any 1s? Okay. And to everybody that is commenting in the chat, obviously I'm not reading the chat. I'm just kind of just doing my thing because I'm on a phone right now. But salute to everybody that's, coming in. Shout out to the new members. Shout out to people who support the show. Hope you're enjoying this talk. Hope it's something that get you through. Peace and blessings to the mods, the faithful viewers, I think I was talking about, I was on a scooter ride going to Home Depot. And I'm going to tell you, fam, man, traveling to Home Depot on my scooter. Somebody said, why would you go with the scooter when you got the car? Because I love scooters. It's a different vibe. But I'm going to tell you, me traveling from here to Home Depot is the best experience ever. Compared to riding around in New York with my scooters before, can't even be compared. Down here, it's open roads, no potholes. There's no traffic lights every minute. It's just open road for you to just go. Man, going to Home Depot on my scooter is so much fun. It's so peaceful. It brings me joy, makes me happy. It's just something that I like to do, to get away from the world. I'm in my own space when I'm doing my thing. So when I post that video, you're gonna feel that feeling. You're gonna feel the vibe. You're gonna be like, wow, it's so beautiful out there. Roads are so clean. There's no crazy traffic and just nothing there. It's just smooth sailing. That's what I came down here for. Peace. Now that doesn't mean you ain't gonna have a couple of devils. New level, new devil. You know how that go. Shout out to Lost Revolutionary Gaming for the membership. I just seen it pop up on the screen right there. New level, new devil. You know how that go. It doesn't matter where you live. You could live in the nicest community, the most quiet community, and there's a devil around. There's no way around it, fam. Like, there's no way. You cannot. Listen, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter where you go. There's going to be a devil somewhere. There's going to be demons somewhere trying to get you. That's just the way it is, fam. You can't run from it. That's like saying, oh, I'm running from New York to escape crime. Fam, there's going to be a new level and a new devil. Come on now. You know how that go. You can't run from that. There's going to always be somebody. There's going to be somebody that's going to be around trying to provoke you. You just got to peep the game. Listen, your enemies try to introduce themselves to you too sometimes, You ain't know that? You ain't know that when you hit a new level, there's going to be a new devil, and your enemies will introduce themselves to you. Yeah. Sometimes you got to make your enemies know that you know they're your enemies. Even the Bible says the Most High will make you be at peace with your enemies. There's people around you that don't like you. They can't stand you. They don't like the fact that you're there. Some of you just bought a house. The residents in your community don't like the fact that you got that house. Why? Because they wanted the house, but you beat them to the punch. And every time they see you come in and out of that house, they're upset. They're upset, man. So, I don't know, man. New level, new devil. People gonna envy you, you know. Can't stop people from envying you. That's just the way it is. And the thing is, you don't even have to do nothing for people to envy you. They're just mad with themselves, to be honest. They're just mad at themselves, so they'll blame you. They'll blame you because they're upset with themselves. You just living your life doing your thing. But they'll try to be envious and jealous and hateful towards you because they see you enjoying your life. You know? It's crazy, man. But anyway, y'all, hope you enjoyed the stream. You know, I'll be back with more content. Like I said, I got so much work to do, so many different things. It took me a while to clear this garage because this garage was packed with everything. I couldn't bring the SUV in here. It had to stay outside. And I don't like, even though it's on the property, so it's not like nobody could do anything to it, but I prefer a car being inside the garage, not really outside, with the elements, the heat, the sunlight, all of that stuff is not good, you know? But it took me a while to clear everything out and put it where it needs to be, like the stuff. So I feel much better now because it was packed. There was no room in the garage. So I'm still sorting everything. I got some more orders on the way. Downstairs studio is coming together. It's looking real good. I'm really happy with it. I don't know, man. I don't know what the future holds for the channel, but maybe I might end up running into other influencers out in North Carolina, and I might be able to do some sort of shows, interviews, bring people on that are in the North Carolina area. I have to see how it's going to go. Only really serious people that are about business, not people that's playing games, you know, people that just want to be near you. And I don't got time for that foolishness, you know. I don't got time for that. I'm really serious about business. I don't like playing games, like seriously. Or then again, I don't know how I'm going to do what I'm going to do, but there's a couple of things I want to get into in terms of content creation. I just wanted to have this little talk, provide some different type of content, something out of the blue, you know. Money is good in terms of getting us the things that we need. It gets us through. It helps us to buy food, pay our bills. But to be honest, money and wealth have no value if nobody can see what you have. Because if only you can see what you have, you won't feel. You won't feel that feeling of, yeah, I got me a nice car. Yeah, I live in a nice home. If nobody could see it, then you don't feel no way. It's like you feel like you know? It's just like when somebody driving a nice sports car and they pull up at the light and they look and they see the person looking at them and they like, yeah, I'm the man, yeah. But see, now if there was nobody there at the light and it's just you, you ain't gonna feel, you're gonna feel some type of way. It's like you're not even gonna wanna drive. You're not even gonna wanna drive your car. Some of you right now, you got nice cars, you don't even drive it. Some of you right now, some of you that are very fortunate, because I have millionaires that watch my channel. Some of you guys that are millionaires, some of you ladies that are millionaires, you know what I'm talking about. You got those cars in your garage right now. You don't even drive them. You don't even drive them. You bought the car, but you don't drive it. And you're like, wow, Ringo, you're right. You're right. I don't drive the car. I know. I'm telling you the truth, man. It's like you learned on your own that even though you have the money to buy these things, it's no real value. People that have the resources understand what I'm saying. This is why wealth is not just about money. You understand? A man that is wealthy can be in different areas of his life. You could be wealthy and don't have money. You could be wealthy in knowledge. You could be wealthy in clothing. You could be wealthy in electronics to the point where you have a lot, you have plenty. This is why earlier in the stream, I made it very clear that I personally, this is really true. I'm not bragging. I'm not boasting. I'm not stunting. I'm not doing none of that. I'm trying to be as transparent with you as humanly possible. I, Ringo TV, do not need no shoes or clothes for the rest of my life. I don't need none of that. And what I've learned is that with all of those materials, I'm able to put on what I want, wear a diverse collection of shoes. And what I've discovered, listen to me very carefully, even though I'm blessed to have it, it's boring. And it's almost like the Most High gave me it just to teach me, so I can teach you that it's not all what it's cracked up to be. I can put on various types of styles of clothing. A brand new pair of shoes, but it's boring to me. To you, you might be like, man, yo, you look fresh, yo. But to me, it's just another day. And this is the same thing with people that got millions of dollars. You looking at them like, man, you got all that money. But to them, it's boring. They make so much money, they can't spend it. They got millions and millions and millions of dollars. They can't spend it. Imagine having so much money, you can't spend it because you got everything already. You become bored. And in order to feel good about yourself, you try to stunt around people that are less fortunate. Similar to the Ninja Turtle dude who told the woman he have 100K that he could pull out the bank. Why he doing that? Because in his mind, he felt she don't got it. So in order to make himself feel important, he had to boast about he can pull out 100K from the bank. You see what I mean? It's crazy, man. What are we talking about again? I'm telling you, some people are slow. If you got to ask that, it's because you're not listening to the video. You understand? It's because you're not listening. If you've been listening from the beginning, you would know what we're talking about. This is why, as a student, you don't go to college and just walk into a class setting during a lecture if you weren't there from the beginning and then ask foolish questions. Like, what were we talking about? If you would have been there in class from the beginning, you would know what we're talking about. So, again, money and wealth have no value if you're alone. Have no value. You can have millions of dollars in the bank. You can have $10 million in your savings and be miserable, lonely, unfulfilled, because you got all your possessions, but you're alone and nobody can see it. You ever heard the term, people don't like to see me shine? Again, why do people say that? Because they want people to see them. It's their desire. They want people to see them. Everybody wants people to see them successful. But what I'm trying to show you is there's a balance to success. And if you go too far, you're going to get to a point of no return where you're going to be miserable for the rest of your life, chasing after material things in order to impress people. People do it every day. People buy things every day, not because they need them, but because they want to impress someone. Guys go and buy nice cars to impress women, not because they need the car. They do it because they want to impress a woman. That's sick. That's sad. That you would go buy an automobile just so you can impress a woman. Imagine that. That's sick. Women will go and get a BBL, not because something was wrong with her body, but because she wants to impress not only other women, but to seduce other men. Sad. Real, real sad. But this is the culture we live in. Is it wrong to have money? No, it's not wrong. Is it wrong to be wealthy? No. What's wrong with it is when you're alone and you have no purpose, no vision, and you're selfish and you refuse to help others and you live a miserable existence like a lot of people. You have to have a purpose for what you have. Everything you own is supposed to have a purpose. See, when I talked about not needing clothes, not needing shoes, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. What I'm trying to make you folks understand is that although I personally don't need clothes or shoes ever again, I don't have to shop for clothes ever again. I don't need it. If I was to go get something, it's because I want to be seen in that. See, I'm trying to make you understand. Some of y'all is difficult. Y'all not catching it. Y'all not catching on to what I'm saying. Y'all being confused. This is why you got to pay attention in class. I told you, I don't need no clothes. I don't need no shoes. So if I see something and I'm trying to get it, it's not because I need it. It's because I want somebody to see me in it. But if there was nobody to see me in it, I wouldn't buy it. Y'all still ain't listening, man. You still ain't listening. You're going to have all sorts of people confused. Ringo's stunting. Ringo's a show off. Ringo's this. Well, if he don't need nothing, I don't need to support his show. I don't need to do this. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. And I had people that do that. Listen, the day I bought this car, I had at least 10 people DM me on Instagram and says, it looks like you're doing pretty good. I don't got to support you no more. And I'm like, wow. Where'd that come from? You look like you're doing pretty good. I don't have to support you no more. Really? So why do you continue to support McDonald's? McDonald's is looking pretty good. They got billion-dollar companies. Why do you continue to support them? You don't tell them, well, you're doing very well. I don't need to buy your hamburgers no more. You continually support them. But when it comes to a black man, if a black man has any sense of material, what we like to do as a people is we judge people based on perception of what things look like on the outside. A person can have material things and still be struggling. Do y'all not understand that? A person can have material things and still be in need. I don't know where people get this idea that because somebody have a nice car, a nice house, that they don't need anything. Oh, man, I tell you, man, it's really difficult to impart truth a lot of times to people because they listen, but they're not listening. They listen with I don't even know how to explain it. It's very difficult, man. It's very difficult to make these points. Very, very difficult. We're all rich in certain areas in our lives and don't even know it. Some of you folks out there are rich in the area of money, meaning you have a lot of money. Some of you are rich in the area where you have a lot of experience in business and other things. Some of you are rich in family. You're rich in different areas, and you just don't know it. You know? It's being rich is not just about money. You could be rich in health. You could be a person who's rich in money and have cancer. You got money, but you're going to be dying soon. Your money can't help you. You see that? You're rich in the area of money, but you also have cancer. So you're poor in health, but rich in money. Told you. Y'all been thinking that because people have money, they're rich. Listen, you could have money and still be poor. You can have money and be blind. You can have money and have HIV. I'm telling you, man. We got to get our minds right when it comes to this, man. You know? So, what are you rich in? What do you have, ladies and gentlemen, that you would consider yourself rich and wealthy? It's not necessarily just money. It's just like how I said, I don't need no clothes. I don't need no shoes. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm okay. I don't need no clothes. I don't need no shoes. I don't need nothing. Anything I do financially is for my family. It's to produce better content. It's to teach the people. That's pretty much what I use everybody's support for, is to set up the studios, get the equipment, get the cameras. That's what I spend it on. You know, I do that for the content. Make sure family is good, stuff like that. But me, I don't say, oh, I'm gonna go on a shopping spree. Nah. Because like I said, what am I doing with all of that? Because to be honest, with all the clothing and the shoes and all the things that I buy, that's pretty much for business purposes. Social media, presentation, you gotta look good, you gotta look the part. That's pretty much for the business. So all of that is considered wardrobe, It's not really for going outside and going here and going there. I don't got time for all of that. I don't got no time to be getting up in the morning. Let me throw this on so I could go outside so people can see me. Like, come on, man. I don't got no time for that mess. That's crazy. Now, of course, if you're going outside, you would want to look nice. There's nothing wrong with that. But to be doing that just so that people could see you, nah. I ain't got no time for that. So, I hope that you were able to get something from this stream, because the devil didn't want me to make this particular video. And I'm sure it's helping somebody. I'm sure this talk did something for someone, So if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, I'm going to have more videos like these coming up and whatnot. But it is what it is. Shout out to everybody in North Carolina. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the brothers, all the sisters out in North Carolina. I noticed that with a lot of the younger brothers, they about their business. They be out here working. They don't be out here sitting down, slacking. It's totally different. In New York, a lot of the young brothers just want to smoke and drink. The younger brothers out here, at least in this area, these young brothers got jobs and they out here getting it, doing their thing. And it's something good to see. I'm proud of those brothers. If you're a young brother and you out in North Carolina and you're doing your thing, getting your bread on your 9 to 5, keep it up, keep up the good work, because you're going places, you're on your way. A lot of us, when we were in our 20s, were busy playing games, chasing women, being a dummy. But a lot of you young brothers in your 20s, you focusing on your bread. And some of you in your 20s already got your house already. Imagine that. You in your early 20s, you already bought a house? What? Man, you're doing good, bro. You're doing good. So to all the young brothers in their 20s, man, if you out there getting your bread, doing your thing, you ahead of the game. Stay focused, man. Don't let nothing take you off the road and the path because you're doing your thing, you know? Because maybe you don't have nobody in your corner to say they're proud of you. You probably have nobody telling you, giving you any encouragement, you know? Because a lot of us men, we never really had that. We never had nobody to give us no encouragement. They never did that for us. And it's like we grow up not knowing who we are. And we try to get into different things to feel important or feel wanted. You know, this is why it's good to have fathers in the home to make sure they tell their sons that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, son. You're doing good. You're doing good. You made me proud, you know. It's very good to hear those words of affirmation, not fake affirmation. You know, not like these little social media pages where you see women come on and they pander towards men. Be very careful of those pages, guys. Be careful of pages on social media where you'll have a beautiful sister come on camera and she tell you, brothers, how much she love you and, you know, words of affirmation. She's a harlot, bro. Don't let those kind of women fool you. She's fake, bro. She's pandering towards men. Don't do that. Don't fall for that. So, hey, we're going to get up on out of here. I'm going to do what I got to do, get me something to eat, continue some of the work in the house, take a break, relax, and get to work tomorrow, do what I got to do. I'm waiting for a new gardening tool to come in so I can get to work on the lawn. I take the lawn care very serious. I'm very serious about lawn care. It's something that is very relaxing. It's like therapy for me, mowing the lawn, doing what I got to do. For me, it's a workout, number one. It's therapy. It's therapeutic. It allows me to clear my mind. And when I'm done and I'm able to see the results, where the lawn is growing nice and it's green, then you look at everybody else and you're like, dang, nobody puts no care in their garden. And then see, it kicks back into the competitive jealousy where I'm doing what I'm doing with my lawn because I like doing it. But then when other people see the results, now they're mad at me. Why his lawn is green. Why his lawn is growing perfectly. Why my lawn don't look like his. Now they're upset with you because your lawn looked nice. Now everybody's mad at me now. And all I'm trying to do is be me. All I'm trying to do is enjoy my life. But because I'm getting the results, now everybody's mad with me. And blame me for why I'm getting my own results when I'm the one putting in the work. Imagine you put in the work and you get the results, and everybody that's lazy around you are mad at you because you put in the work. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Don't be like that, fam. Don't end up hating on me because I decide to put in the work to get the results. And you are lazy and don't want to do nothing but expect to have what I have when you don't put no effort into nothing. Come on, man. You crazy, bro. You bugging out. And see, for a lot of you, you got people that hate you because you put in the work and made the sacrifices. A lot of you reached a certain level because you put the work in, you put the sacrifices in, you did what was needed. You went to school, you got the education, you got the job, you took the exams, you struggled, you've been in the library, you had sleepless nights, you had no encouragement from nobody, and you were able to accomplish a certain level in life. And now your family's upset with you, relatives are upset with you, Neighbors are upset with you because all you're trying to do is live your life. Stay out, but they mad with you. The audacity to put in the work. This is why they're miserable, because they're trying to compete with you and you're not trying to compete with them. You're just trying to live your life. This is why competitive jealousy is so bad. Keeping up with the Joneses. You get something, your neighbor want to get it. You buy a dog, your neighbor want to get a dog. You buy a boat, your neighbor get a boat. You buy a new SUV, they buy a new SUV. Like, damn, what's going on? You buy a TV, all of a sudden you see a TV getting delivered by their house. How many of you live in communities like that, where you just try to live your life and you notice your neighbors are watching you? They watching you hard, bro. Trying to figure you out. Trying to figure out what kind of money you got. Trying to figure out where you work. What's going on? How are you making it? How are you getting all these deliveries? Who is that guy? Where he work? How much money he make? Who is he? I want to know. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to get up on out of here. Go get me something to eat. Take a break. Be back with more content in the morning. Again, we're working on 2 studios right now. 2 fly studios, guys. I'm very proud of this work. I'm very proud of the studios that are being built. This entire move to North Carolina is literally by faith, to be honest with you. It's literally by faith. You know, it's just one of them things I had to just jump and do and not procrastinate. But this 2 studios, man, is going to be a game changer, a game changer. I'm very excited about where this is going. And I see only big things happening, you know. And if I were to have guests that appear on the show, it's going to only be specific key players, key people that, you know, are about business. They're not about no BS and foolishness, you know, because I ain't going to have everybody around me. Nah, I'm not doing that. But I'm going to see how it go. I'm going to see how it go. So, hey, we're going to get up on out of here. Appreciate everybody stopping by, the mods, the members, the viewers. Make sure you click that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. You know, if you like videos like this, where I just kind of just kick it in the garage and do videos like this, it has a different vibe, you know. You know, if you like these kind of videos, you know, after the video's done, put it in the comments. Be like, yo, I like videos like this in the garage, you know what I mean? Has a different vibe. You should do more videos like that. Just kind of chop it up, you know? So, hey, shout out to everybody that's rocking with the platform, everybody that support the work, you know? Your support is what allowed me to do what I'm doing. Your support did that. When you support this channel, I'm able to do this work. See? One hand washes the other. That's how life works. So, that being said, we're going to get up on out of here. Shout out to everybody on the graveyard shift, everybody that work late night, you know, all the truckers, everybody on the road. Make sure you drive safe, wear your seatbelt, you know, take a break every now and then. If you're a trucker, you know what I mean? You start getting a little, sleepy, go to that rest stop, you know what I mean? Put at least an hour or two, get some rest, grab something to eat, go use the bathroom, and then get back to the truck and do what you got to do. Because, those are serious jobs, driving them trucks. Ain't no games. Shout out to all the doormen, all the security guards, all the doormen, all the security guys that do security late night, whether you're at a desk, whether you're in front of a building, or whatever the case is, you working those kind of shifts, it can be crazy. Sometimes you might be watching my videos to get you through. And, I appreciate those kind of viewers because they tune in all the time. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody at Lowe's, everybody at Home Depot. Shout out to all the Home Depot workers, all the brothers, all the sisters, even the white folks, you know what I'm saying? At Home Depot, you know what I mean? Everybody at Walmart, all the home improvement stores. I appreciate you, you know what I mean? Those are my favorite stores to shop. It's always cool when you go to those stores and you have friendly service. You have people that smile and they greet you at the door. They say, how you doing? And you kind of chop it up with them, find out what's going on. That's the kind of person I am, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the brothers that work for UPS, all the brothers that work for FedEx, all the drivers, the delivery men, the delivery ladies, you know what I mean? Shout out to y'all because, hey, in my line of work, man, I need y'all to deliver, the things that I order. So, hey, y'all putting in work, y'all helping me. When I see the Ring camera and I see the UPS truck or the FedEx truck, man, I run downstairs fast, man. I'm like, yo, what up, man? Hey, everything good? You know what I'm saying? I always like to chop it up with the delivery people. The other day, you had a UPS lady, she delivered, and I think she had to pick up a package that I bought. I had bought a table or a dining table, a marble table, and it was damaged on delivery, so I had to ship it back. And she said, oh, there's a pickup for you, and it was kind of early, so I let her, take the stuff, and I helped her back to the truck with one of the marble table because it was kind of heavy. So I helped her back. She was like, I think maybe I should take you with me so you can help me with these deliveries. And I started laughing because, it was funny the way she said it because I literally lift up the damn thing, helping her with it. And it's interesting because if it was a dude, would you do that for the dude? Would you help him with the stuff? Most of you guys won't help him. It's just something that we do when it's a woman. It's like we feel like we got to help, But it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody that's at the 9 to 5, everybody, no matter what your occupation is, I just appreciate everybody, man, So, yeah, man. Good show. It was a good video. Good commentary. Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to film myself washing the car. It's very relaxing to wash a car. I like that. I really like that. I really, really like doing detailing work on the car. It's therapeutic. There's a lot of things that you folks should get into to take away stress. I don't know where you are in your walk, but there's a lot of things that you should get into that can help you to take away stress, to give you a sense of peace, things that are therapeutic, It's like I like watching videos with people mowing their lawn. I like that. I like rain videos where you just hear water sounds. But there's things that you could do every day that can help you with your inner peace. You need to find those activities and do them, So, hey, I'm going to get up on out of here. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, we working. Once I finish these studios, man, we're going to be going hard in the paint with the content. Like, we're going to be dishing out videos every second, every minute. 10, 20 videos a day. It's going to be crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Once I have everything set and everything fully done, it's going to be on and popping. I can't wait. So, again, shout out to everybody in North Carolina. Shout out to everybody in New York, you know what I mean? Hey, everybody that's out there in them streets, hey, hold it down, do what you got to do to survive, you know? Just stay focused, man. Work on your goals and don't let nobody hold you back, you know? So we're going to get on out of here. Peace and blessings. Y'all be safe out there. I'll catch you in the next stream, you know what I mean? Ringo TV Reactions signing out. Yeah, home decor videos is good too. I watch all of that stuff. I'm very good with home decor. Like I said, when you see the new setup, one of the studios that are going to be downstairs, a lot of you ladies are going to like the studio setup. I'm really good with, you know, decor, home decoration. I'm very good with that. It's going to look very, very nice. A lot of the ladies are going to be like, whoa, I like that place. That looks very cozy, you know? Yeah, I know how to do my thing. So that's about it, guys. Let me see. Okay, so we're gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna get up on out of here and do what I gotta do, right? So y'all stay safe. Ringo TV Reactions. You know, it is what it is. I'm gonna try to get that scooter video. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to edit it, but it is gonna be something else, man. It's gonna be something else because it's so peaceful when riding on that scooter to Home Depot. Man, sometimes I just put an order in for Home Depot just so I can go on a ride with the scooter, you know? And the thing is, I got five scooters, but I only focus on one. You hear them blowing up stuff? I got 5 scooters, but I only focus on one scooter. And I had bought this one and I don't even use it. It's crazy. See, they doing the fireworks. That's why I wanted the car inside the garage, because I don't want nothing hitting my car. Nah. I don't want nothing hitting my car, man. This is my favorite scooter right here. I don't know if you could even see it. And it's late outside and they blowing stuff up. Yeah, it's crazy. I'll be right back. It's late outside and they outside blowing stuff up, man. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't even know if you could see that. Let's see. This particular scooter, man, I don't know what it is. The company that make the scooter have horrible customer service, but the scooter is definitely good, man. It's really, really good. But the company that makes it have horrible customer service. But I'm actually thinking about getting the one with the big wheels. I'm really thinking about getting it. These are good. I'm going to probably give away all of these. So I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to be giving away 3 scooters. I'm going to get those away. because I find myself using this one only. This one is good, but I doubt that this one can perform. This one cannot perform like this one. Can't. This scooter here is a beast. It's okay. This one I could probably just use to do some commutes here and there and there. But if I'm going long distance, this is the one I'm using right here. You know? Let me see if I take this thing off. Hold on. Hope it don't mess up the video. Yeah. See? Yeah. I mean, this one here, the Dualtron X Limited, it's cool. Like I said, it's a good scooter. Battery is actually fully charged. They got the controls here, controls there. You got some light stuff here. Hold on, let's see. These lights are rather bright. Why is my turn signal on? Oh, what is this for? Oh, that's the headlight. So where's the, hold on, let me see. Okay. Yeah. So we lit. You know, I like my scooters, man. This is what I'm into. I really like my scooters. Like I said, the Dualtron X is a great scooter. It's just not on the level of this one. This is here. This particular scooter here is it. You know, it's just fully lit. It got all the bells and whistles. The Dualtron X is still dope. I just won't use it to do the Home Depot run because it's nothing compared to this one here. Nothing compared to it. So, hey, we're going to get up on out of here. Let me see if I could do this real quick. Ringo TV signing off. Peace and blessings to everybody out there. I'm going to go get something to eat and get some sleep. So, hey, to everybody that's in the building, man, you said you bought your daughter a Razor scooter last week. Yeah, they're going to like those scooters. Definitely. That's a good look, especially for the hot weather. Go to the park and they could, use the scooter. Yeah. So peace and blessings, y'all. Y'all take care. I'll catch you in the next video. Ringo TV Reactions signing out. We out of here. Peace. If I can close this thing.